This will be an explanation of how the Mite rating session will work. All Mite rating sessions will be on the stadium rink. When you're looking at the stadium rink, this bottom left-hand corner will be the Zamboni corner. This will be Station 1, which is the bottom left. Station 2 will be located in the top left. Station 3 will be at the top in the neutral zone. Station 4 will be top right. Station 5 will be bottom right. Once the Zamboni has completed the ice, we ask that all coaches get on the ice and start to set up their station, including any type of cones, barriers, pucks. Those are basically the things that you're going to need, and nets. At that point, while you're doing that, the RMU staff will have all the kids on the ice, and we will coordinate them and get them to your stations accordingly. What we will do is call them alphabetically. Each group will probably have somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 8 kids per group. So when we send the top 5 to 8 kids to Station 1, they will be in alphabetical order. What we do suggest is, as they come to you those first couple times, when they come to you, make sure you line them up in order, A, B, C, D, E, etc. For a couple reasons. Number one, it's easier to find them on the sheet when you're trying to rate them. And then also we make sure that we have everybody in that group. Hopefully the kids can remember who was the first person in line, and then they can always remember who's in front of them so they can get to that point when they rotate into the next group. Okay, so for Station 1 is going to be a timed event. What we would like is for the first person to go to start on the dot. This player, and then actually we're going to have a coach will be here on the blue line. That coach can either be on the ice right on the boards or on the bench, but they're right on the line. Okay, as player 1 takes off, coach will start the stopwatch, and this player is going to skate through the cones as quickly as possible here down below the goal line, and then it's a sprint. We want them to skate as hard as they can all the way up to the red line. They're going to stop at the red line. Now, coaches doing the timed portion, they are going to record the time from the time that they leave to the time they cross the blue line. The reason we have them skate to the red line is, you'll see they're going to start to slow down at this point to prepare to stop, and we want to make sure that they're skating all the way through. Ideally here we're going to get each kid through at least 3 times. Please record the time into the nearest hundredth of a second, so 6.38, 6.49, 5.32, and then at that point, if you get through more, that's great. But at that point, once we get back into the office, we will figure out which time for each individual player was the quickest, and we'll use that and use a bell curve formula to actually generate them their score. That's the time skate. Up here in the top left will be the shooting station. What we would like is we'll have one player is going to be on the dot. That player is going to have a puck. We can have a coach standing over here to kind of feed some pucks, but this player is going to start on the dot with a puck. Just a standing wrist shot onto the net. Okay, there will be a shooter-tutor here, to give the kids some space to shoot at, but we're looking for, obviously technique. If the player can generate some power behind their shot, find the holes to actually score a goal, if they can lift it, things like that. I will provide you with a grading scale so you understand, what to look for. However, again, this player is going to get a puck from a coach, take a quick shot to the net. We'll get one more puck from the coach, another shot to the net. So we're looking at 2 stationary passes, or 2 stationary shots. At that point, player 1, after the second shot, we want them to come up, collect a new puck, and then skate right down the middle. As they cross the line, we want them to shoot while they're moving, and just to see how they do it while they're moving. That's the shooting station. Station 3 will be a puck handling station. Again, you'll have the kids lined up here. This player is going to start with a puck, and they're going to skate straight up. We have 2 wooden blocks. We're going to call them bridges. Ultimately, what we would like is we would like for the player to straddle the blocks, so 1 foot on each side, and we want to see if they can stick handle through the middle of those from a narrow stick handling standpoint. So from foot to foot, going underneath the bridge on this side. Again, straddle the second one, try to go underneath the bridge again with a narrow stick handle. Once they get past that, they're going to collect their puck, they're going to continue up, and now they're just going to handle the puck as they turn and skate through the cones. See if they can have their head up, just kind of underhandle and protect the puck as they're coming through, and see if they can carry it all the way through. That'll be station 3. Station 4 over here top right, this is a battle compete station. So we will have the net set up as shown. Grab a couple barriers to kind of contain an area, and ultimately we're going to put 2 players in the area. You know, we can tell the first player in line that they're always going to score up top. The second player will score at the bottom, but coach will just start feeding pucks, and we're looking at to see what their level of compete is. Ideally, say 1 has the puck. We're looking at to see if they can use their body to protect and kind of buy time, stick handling moves to spin and get around and actually take a shot on net under control, as opposed to just collecting the puck here, turning and firing. We'd like to see if they can hold the puck and try to gain some ground. At the same time, the guy without the puck, we're looking to see if they can maintain the D side, go stick the puck, try to contain them to an area, and then ultimately steal the puck, be coming forward. And it's just a straight one-on-one battle. Allow them to play 30-40 seconds or so, and then they can switch. If they do score, again, let's just throw a new puck and let them keep going. Again, you got to see. Hopefully, we can get these kids through a number of times, and you know you can change the scores as you need it. Over here, bottom right, this will be a backwards skating station. It'll start. I think probably you should put a cone somewhere near the top of the circle. This player's going to turn and just skate backwards in a straight line. We're just looking at their overall backward skating until they get to the top of the cone. At that point, they can be done and then just sprint back to the end of the line. Next guy is just going to go. You're just going to watch them a couple times through, get a couple times to get a feel for their overall skating. And then at that point, what we would like to see is perhaps to see if they can go around and start a backwards crossover around the circle. You could probably do this 2 or 3 at a time, because at this point you'll probably get a feel for you know, what constitutes a 1 and what constitutes a 5, and you can watch multiple kids at once because it's not going to be a very fast-paced station. If you have any additional time, what you could do is you could get all guys into the guys and gals into the circle, playing. They're skating backwards inside the circle, just trying to watch out for each other. It gives you another opportunity to kind of gauge their backward skating. The rating system will be on a 1 to 5 scale, 5 being the top, 1 being the bottom. I do encourage you to use a half point, so a 3.5, 4.5, etc., to kind of make some more breaks in there. If we finish in time, the first probably 2 ice slots we probably won't finish in time. It'll probably take us a little bit as coaches to kind of understand what this what the grading scale is and what the rotations are. But as we go out throughout the day, we're going to be much more proficient at what we're doing, and we'll probably have time to play games at the end. So at that point, once everybody is done, we'll just set up a net here at the top, a net over here, and just play a cross ice game. We'll just split them, red, blue. They can play cross ice 3-on-3, changing on the whistle on both ends.